Bam! I was late. Hey guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Sunday. I was trying to time that right. You guys digging the gravel? I got some excess snot, I guess, bothering the throat today. Maybe it's allergies, I don't know. But hopefully you guys had a great Sunday. Most importantly, much love, man. Much love for the birthday wishes the other day. I mean, I overwhelmed and grateful, mind you, with this. And I did something that was actually quite different than I normally would do. I responded back to each one, the hundreds of them that came in. Much love to you guys for doing that. I said, wait, I'm gonna take a challenge this year. I'm gonna respond to each one individually and thank them graciously for that. And to me, it was honestly, it took hours, but it was the best feeling, man. I had plans at night with the kids, and we just had a simple dinner, but it was, I mean, you start using the law of reciprocity like that, you know, give and take. They're sending love, you send love back. I mean, you have this kind of attitude about life. Life is friggin' awesome. It's going to make you feel so much better. And to me, I mean, they were still coming in, 2 days after. I mean, I'm like, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Much love to you. And I hope you get to experience that on your special day. But to me, what makes it so humble for me, and what I learned most importantly, was that I take every day like that. Like every day like Thanksgiving. You start living in that kind of Thanksgiving kind of mindset, per se, in that gratitude mindset. I mean, life really does, show its best, because you're standing on a stage and you're showing the world love every day, the best way you can. And life can only send it back to you. It's just a reflection of who you are on the inside. Remember that. And today is awesome because it's an extension. I love doing Sunday shows. It's an extension of Thursday show with Kurt and things that I can't amplify during the show because of the time constraints and everything else. But most importantly, it's National I Am Day. People use that word so carelessly, and I say this respectfully. I mean, they didn't write this in scripture, for no reason. They're using it as some kind of abstract inspiration. I am is the first start of creation, and I love how it was defined when in a reel. And if I had his name, I forgot. I got so much on my mind with this show because it's so powerful. You guys, this is the foundation here. I got basically what they call the life hacks that you guys have been asking about, and I'll be more defined with that in a minute. But I am, when you say I am, the brain is a spiritual essence that you are. Takes all that is you're saying. Takes all that you're saying, I am the whole being that I am. I'm going to read it again because it came from Kevin Trudeau. I remembered now. When Kevin said this, I love this. It's National I Am Day. When you say I am, the brain, the spiritual essence that you are, takes that as you're saying, I, the whole being, am that. And when you start understanding the power of I am, and if you use it in scripture, people know Moses on the mountain, I am that I am. But Hebrew is powerful. Hebrew is, I am that I am. I will be what I will be. You start pronouncing that and declaring that every day with your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, your dreams, your goals, desires. I am that indeed. You're telling the universe, I am that already before it even comes. And that's how the universe works, man. You have to start the process. You got to plant the seed of thought and water it with emotion. And you start using that kind of passion every day. That's why I said about living in this Thanksgiving kind of mindset, being grateful as much as I can every day. I'm just planting gratitude seeds wherever I go. And to bring on what Kurt was talking about, I was talking about neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. The beautiful life hack that people have been asking me is, I always say, take an inventory of your thoughts. And every day, what do I do? What do I do? I love this. I love this because I was watching a reel from James Hetfield from Metallica, the lead guitarist. Great. Instead of writing down the reel, I watched it. I'm like, wow, that's powerful. Let's hit the wrong button so it deletes. Jerry, you're awesome. But I did catch the first line of that. And I was like, oh, great. He said, and this is the best life hack you can always, this is what you're shooting for, whatever you're doing in life. He says, I have the best job in the world. Really simple. And he goes on to say how he went through all these things and everything else, but he always knew he had the best job in the world. This is a guy starting at 12 years old. He had very supportive parents, mind you. He carried his guitar wherever he went. It was his baby. And basically, and what he did was amplify the James Hetfield that he is now. And the life hacks for that are actually quite amazing. And I love that. Who did I get this from? Soma Chaya. And I'm going to spell her last name so you guys basically pronounce it better than I can speak it, even with the sexy, deep voice I got tonight. Soma, and her last name is Chhaya. On Facebook, great site, very inspirational. And I love her life hacks on this. To get to that best job of the world, you have to do these things, because from that, you're going to start creating new channels of thought. And that's the whole premise of America's Mentor, is you understanding what's going on inside of here, understanding the owner's manual, how to use it, man. You start grasping that. You start understanding the true essence and the power of I am and the power that you are. You start showing the world that every day, man. The reciprocity is going to be out of bounds. You're going to be like, oh, awesome. Here we go again. Here we go again. This is what I mean. You live in that essence of gratitude every day. And talking from a guy who just turned 60. I mean, I started doing this 10 years ago. And if you guys remember the picture that I showed you guys, you basically start going backwards in age, man. It really defines who you are. You start acting young, thinking young, being young, and in your essence, in your spirit. Life is going to show that. And it's going to come out in your physicality as well. So really grasp it for yourself. We're not old, man. We're just a fine wine. We just don't want to put new wine into old wine skins, as I said in scripture. You want to make sure the bottle's new, that your essence is pure and happy in your life, man. So here we go. It's from Soma. She said, think of the version of who's already living the reality, of you living the reality you already want to live. Really grasp that for yourself. Think of that version, that this is your to-do list for yourself. Think of that version of yourself, of that person already having what you already have. She goes on to say, what you think, feel, believe, what you are in habits and routines. I mean, to me, it's you're being the architect of your destiny. We already are. We're just stuck in these routines every day of what we don't want to do. We've conformed by other people's beliefs and we were trained by them. Here's where you start to change that. You take an inventory of your thoughts and beliefs and your routines every day and your habits. Okay, fine. Now here's the new to-do list. This is what I'm talking about. You do that due diligence in your life. Life is going to start to change. Why? Because not only have you changed, but so has your energy. That's the whole point of it, man. I'll read that again. What do you think, feel, believe? What you are, the habits and routines, what do they do? How do they act? How do they hang around with? Who are you to hang around with? In other words, create the new self. Just, as I mentioned before, you can't put new wine into old wine skins. It's like buying a new car with the old self. It's going to turn into the old car pretty soon. You have to change that self, the essence of who you are. That's why saying I am every day with power and conviction starts the process, because you're creating and you're planting emotional seeds for yourself. And then act like that now. It's really simple at the end. Tersely said. Then act like that now in all you do. 1,000%. To me, I did it. I just did it. And this is what I mean. I didn't take an inventory. I didn't have the knowledge that I do now, and the essence and understanding all the little points and the bullet points that go along with transformation. I just incorporated and embodied the true self that I've always wanted to be. That's basically all you got to do. You don't have to follow this life hack for yourself. You can just become that person on the inside in your thoughts and your feelings. Life is going to start showing you that on the outside. And then act like that right now, even if you don't believe it. It's amazing how, even if you don't believe something, but yet you keep pushing forth in it, you start seeing results from it. Therefore, the belief starts to kick in. And she ends it. If you act like it's long enough, it will, if you act like it long enough, I wrote it haphazardly. If you act like it long enough, it will eventually become you. This is the guarantee, is what she's talking about. You keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep on getting what you're getting. It's really simple. simple metaphor about life. Because why? Because you're creating a new whole set of nerves in your brain that are going to start responding to that thought process. You know, you start invoking science and metaphysics and religion and all these aspects of your spirituality all into one little happy fuzzball, understanding who you are as a person, and start pushing that narrative every single day. Life can only show you that. You're not limited. This is what I keep trying to tell people. It's a hard pill to swallow. And that there's a lot of people out there now that are struggling. I get it. But all they say is how bad things are. What I'm saying is flip the narrative. How good things are. The littlest things. Like as I was writing yesterday. I mean, the littlest set of words, man. It made you feel awesome. It's these kind of little tricks in your life that are going to start showing you the better tricks in life. You start grasping that. You start understanding your true power and realizing who you are. You're going to start thinking differently, therefore acting differently, feeling differently, therefore creating differently. So really, really grasp it for yourself. You can have the best job in the world. It all depends on who you are as a person to attract it. And if you have it now and you want to enhance it, you start living life as you are. You start showing the world that. The world is your canvas every day, guys. Well, what are you going to paint it with? And I tell people that all the time who ask me, how can I improve myself? I said, to change your life, you got to change your life. Your essence, everything about you, your aura, your chi energy, and you start working on that every day. Life is going to show you more of that. But you have to keep doing it. You have to keep pushing that narrative who you are every day, showing the world who you are, having the courage and fortitude to do it. That was the hardest part for me, was having the courage to show this true self that I am right now. But what did I do? I kept doing it. I kept motivating myself every day, and I kept pushing that narrative, and life is still showing me even more of that. Even with all the past couple of days of just writing thank you notes, have left this indelible feeling in my soul. You start practicing that every day, guys. Life is going to show you the most amazing thing. So before the voice kicks out, America's Mentor, I hope this helped on this quick show, man. America's Mentor _radio. I need tea on Instagram. # America's Mentor on YouTube. I got this Billy D voice going on, guys. Enjoy your Sunday, guys. Watch, share, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your Sunday. Time change. It's still light out, man. I love this, man. Enjoy your night, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, man.